to another edition of What's Up Wednesday. It's Wayne D and Tay Hamilton. Tay, how are you? Oh, hang on. I can't hear you at all now. Can you hear me?
Now can you hear me?
Yes, there we go.
There we go.
And
Yay,
you can
hi.
hear me, right?
Yeah, you're a little low.
Fantastic. I'm going to turn me up just a little bit. Yo, yo, yo. Hey, it's Wayne D and Tay Hamilton. Another awesome edition of What's Up Wednesday is off to a great start. It's fine. We tried something different with her microphone this time, and it just didn't work, so it's all good. Wherever you are checking us in at, we appreciate y'all early tuning in here. Do me a favor, share the video. Let's get some more people in here. We're just chatting. We're hanging out. Hopefully, you're having a great week. We'll put you in a positive mood, if anything. A lot to talk about, including like a massive TV failure. Like I said, there's more on that coming up. If you happen to comment, we got you set.
Matthew in the house.
Matt sent me a message after last week's show. He's like, sorry I fanboy over that, but it's like honestly something I look forward to all week.
Matt, Matthew, I like your picture. Your
we
Facebook
appreciate
picture.
You. And Brooke sent Joy sent an emoji,
Joy.
but we don't see it. What up to my guy Adam? Adam is coming to visit from Minnesota. He's going to spend some time in Nashville.
Oh, that's cool.
May. So Jack Daniels and video games. That's all we're doing. We're on Low Publishing News on Facebook in Savannah, Georgia. We'll take it. Thank you for that, David. We appreciate you. Panama City Beach. Shelly is checking in.
Hey.
Panama City, Florida in general. Thank you. We appreciate you for hanging out with us today. Listen, we have a lot to get into, but first I want to touch base. 2 years ago today, Tay and I were broadcasting live from backstage of a massive country festival called Stagecoach. And there was a band celebrating a #1 song. There's no prize for this, but what band was celebrating a #1 song this week 2 years ago?
That was so much fun. We got to take shots with them to celebrate. That was cool.
Did I tell you the name already? Did I tell you the name of the song, right?
No.
You don't know what song it is?
No.
It's Old Dominion. I'll say that. It's Old Dominion.
Oh. You're talking about their #1?
Yeah. 2 years ago today, they had a #1 song. My wife is watching. She says, I know. I think it's because I told her, I think. It is. I'll tell you, it is warm out here right now.
I know. And it's really humid because of the rain.
Leah, you can guess if you know. I'll give you a hint. We celebrated with Jack Honey. And I figured life is short, so we'll just toss this back. Are you catching the hints?
Oh, that's a good one.
On What's Up Wednesday?
That's a good one.
Feel free to check in on social media. He's Wayne D, is me, and that's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and then Tay Ham Radio. Feel free to give us your guess. I want to move on to something pretty cool. The latest edition of our podcast called It's All Relative has Caroline Bryan, Luke Bryan's wife, in it. And it is the most listened to podcast we've put out ever. This one episode. And it's all because of Luke Bryan and Caroline sharing it on their Instagram. So if you haven't heard it yet, check out my Instagram. He's Wayne D for a direct link to it.
There's like a really cool story with Caroline and Luke Bryan's mom that she told. And it is so funny. You guys have to check it out. It's a good one.
It's not break up with him, but those boys will be talking about that. We have an interview coming up with them in the next couple of weeks. So life is short. Make it sweet. Those guys are so good live.
Leah's got it. Justin's got it.
So we're going to start, and this is something that we do on the radio every day. Tay digs out these stories. It's all about positivity. It's putting a smile on your face in the feels. So Tay, hit us with the story you got this week. We're gonna do this every week to kick things off on What's Up Wednesday.
Yeah, so there's a guy named Jesse, and he made this bear costume, which he dresses up in, and he runs marathons in it, which I think, like, oh my gosh, he's got to be hot in it. But he decided that instead of doing a marathon, he wants to do something even more special with it. So he started walking all the way from Los Angeles to San Francisco. And I looked it up. That's about a 400-mile walk. Isn't that crazy?
I'm out on that.
Yeah,
I wouldn't do it without a bear suit.
He he said it took him about 2 weeks, and he just got to San Francisco this past weekend, and he raised about $15,000 for a GoFundMe page. Isn't that cool?
That's unreal. And it's awesome to hear stories like that. We share these on the radio every day too. If you listen to us in whatever city you live in, we share these on the daily because you could use positivity. You turn on the news and it's like this happened, this happened, this happened. And it's nice to know that there's some positivity and some love happening in the world.
I mean, I couldn't imagine walking 400 miles like in this big old teddy bear costume. Like you'd be
You ain't wrong.
sweating,
You ain't wrong.
but worth it, I guess.
Something that I thought was interesting is if there is an award show, my wife doesn't miss it,
Yeah.
regardless of what it is. Are you that way when it comes to award
I'm the
shows?
same way. I love award shows, but I like them because of their performances and like, you're there to see like who's wearing what, that type of stuff.
Well, so she is usually, and I don't know if it's the Oscars, but she would usually be like I got to watch the red carpet and I got to see who Ryan Seacrest is talking to, and I got to hear this interview and who's going to win this award and what movie. And there was something about the Oscars this year that like, I was like, well, Sunday night, I'm going to do this because you're going to watch the Oscars. She's like, nah. I was like, and then you come to find out that was a pretty common thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of people thought that the Oscars just weren't that interesting this year. I only watched maybe like, honestly, 5 minutes of it, and I was like, all right, I'm over it.
And the only show that I know won an award, or the only movie that I know that won an award was the Disney Pixar movie Soul, because like such a good movie.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen it?
Oh yeah. Oh, my son loves that movie.
It's so good. So I know they won some awards, but it's just I just wasn't interested, and the viewership was down over 60% on the Oscar awards.
Do you think that maybe has something to do because of the pandemic?
I don't think so. I mean, you think about it, not as many people have seen movies, right, over the last however long. But at the same time, I mean, I feel like award shows are boring overall, especially if, the CMAs, ACMs do it right. You get a ton of performances. The ACM Awards a couple of weeks back now, it was more like a concert with some awards mixed in, right?
Right.
And I think that's what you're going to have to do to keep people's attention moving forward. So ACM Awards, if you want to share the blueprint with the rest of the world, TV ratings would appreciate it.
Yeah.
Did you even pay attention to who won anything?
Not really. I just wasn't into it this year. And that's what, my husband brought that up to me, that maybe the pandemic had something to do with it, because this past year, what like real off the top of your head right now, what really, really good movie came out this past year that you were just like, wow?
I didn't see, I can't tell you the last movie I saw in the theater. And we watched, they did some like home premieres with movies over the last year. And the only thing I watched was like stuff with the kids, right? There was I'm gonna mess it up. There's one that just came out that we watched. But we watched the home premiere. Like that's just, and there was nothing else that really caught my attention. Now there's stuff that I haven't seen that I was like, oh, I would watch that. Oh, I would watch that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I just think this year was not the greatest.
Dylan says, hello, girls. If you want, check in on social media. Let us know what you're up to. We haven't seen that yet, Matthew, but I wonder if Haley's even brought that up, my daughter. That's a new Disney movie, isn't it?
Yeah, we went to go watch it because we thought it was on Disney Plus, and they were like, "Oh, you have to buy it," and we're like, "Oh, never mind."
But it's a Disney Plus premiere, right? Where like you have to pay to see it. Yeah. Which is weird. I'm like, I feel like y'all did a little bait and switch because that wasn't the plan, right?
100%, yeah.
Something else that is worth talking about as we go through What's Up Wednesday this week is the Grand Ole Opry is not far from where we are right now. We're sitting in downtown Nashville talking to you as we do every Wednesday. But the Grand Ole Opry, legendary in country music. Luke Combs played there this past Saturday. And, Luke Combs live anytime. And you could tell he got a little, not choked up, but you could tell there was emotions there playing live for the first time in a while.
Oh, for sure. And to be at the Grand Ole Opry doing that, like, that's awesome.
And he debuted a new song that you found.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the song's called Joe, and he actually wasn't planning on playing it, but he was like, this is a really special occasion, so why not just bring out a new song for y'all? And he performed it, and it is so, so good. I love it.
And
I
the
wish we
other
could
thing.
play it here.
Oh, see, my daughter has mentioned that movie. See, we're gonna have to
Wow.
watch it. Maybe we'll do it this
Wow,
weekend.
Dad.
I got hockey Saturday night, but maybe we'll watch it Sunday during the day or something. We got
Do
T-ball
you
Sunday.
know, I've never seen this on StreamYard, so do you know if we can play the Luke Combs song here or no?
Yeah, but we need a different setup.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
It's a screen share thing. Remember, Mojo's done it before. We need like to screen share from another computer and all that. We'll get it. Listen, we're still mastering StreamYard. There's more fun to be had. We got a game night coming up. Kentucky's in the house. What's up, Dylan?
Oh, Kentucky.
Thanks for hanging out, buddy. Luke, so when it comes to Luke Combs' music, the song Joe you can hear now, and we'll actually put it on our Instagram, Wayne D Show, WAYNED Show. And you can check it out there. The thing is, it's a Luke Combs song, right? I'm not like downplaying. It's what you would expect from him. It's good. You feel it and hear it at the same time. The dude's crazy talented. But the question I want to ask now is pick one Luke Combs song. You get one the rest of your life. What Luke Combs
Oh,
song do you take?
I mean
That's a tough one.
the single he has out now is probably one of my favorites. Forever After
Forever
All.
After All.
Yeah. I just think it's like, of course it's like a slower song, but I don't know, it always hits home, and it's just a sweet song.
I'm telling you, so I would include Jameson Rogers' song with Luke as one of them. See, I'm with Matthew. I was gonna say Beer Never Broke My Heart because, I mean, think of it this way: you have an adult beverage in your hand, you're hanging out with your friends, and you just hold up long neck. I'm just feeling it right now.
See, I'm
Sorry,
more of like the
Donnie.
sappier person, so I imagine slow dancing to Forever After All, like, and just swooning. So
Can your husband slow dance? Or are you just imagining
I
like
mean,
a fictional figure is slow dancing with you?
I could get him to slow dance with me, but he has to have like a couple drinks in him.
Yeah. Oh, and see, I said look at now. My wife is arguing with me on Facebook Live. It's fine.
It is
It
a
is
Jameson
But it's
song,
Jameson
but
Luke
Luke Combs
together.
is featured on it. Yeah.
See, one too many. That's good. But that's Brooks. Isn't Brooks and Dunn with that is on with him with that one, right?
Yeah, but that is Luke Combs' song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But could you imagine having to pick after all Luke Combs has done in his short career so far in 4 years?
Yeah, that's hard. That's why I'm shocked he didn't get an ACM, but
my man went 0 for 3. I about carved him an award at home and just dropped it off his house.
give him the one we have here in the studio.
Right. If you've ever been on an airplane before, and if you are a flight attendant or know one, I would love for you to chime in. Tay's going to give you this story in a second. One Too Many is a great song. You're not wrong. I would love to know if flight attendants really think this, because if you're walking in on the plane, have you ever made eye contact with a flight attendant and it was like this? Hi, welcome.
Isn't it? It's always so awkward. And I love that this came out because I've always wondered, like, they're like staring at me hard, like, and I know they're being nice, but it's always so awkward walking onto the plane and you're like, hey.
Hey guys. Have you ever like tried to talk to break the awkwardness, or you just move on to your seat?
Yeah, no, I'm like, I want to sit down.
You're like, sorry.
I mean, I'm like, hi, how are you? Or hi, thank you. And then I'll just go to my seat.
So Tay found this story about what flight attendants may be thinking as you board the flight.
Yeah, I actually saw this on TikTok because there's a TikTok video that came out, and it's a flight attendant talking about why they stand at the front right there and greet you. It's because they're basically like sizing you up to figure out, okay, if something happens, like, can this person help, another
Is that true?
customer? Yeah, it's true. So they're like sizing you up to see if you can help out. And they're also seeing if you're like maybe into anything suspicious, like human trafficking, or like they look for things like that. And they're trained. How crazy. That totally blew my mind.
That's Justin Moore brings up a great skit in SNL history. If you haven't seen that, go check it out on YouTube for sure. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Funny.
It's funny you say that because now anytime I get on, they'll be like, hi, I'll go, I ain't the guy. Every time I'll be like, don't ask. I can't do it.
At least they look at you and think that. They're probably looking at me and like, she's too short. No way. Moving on.
Well, yeah, they're like, where are your
What's
parents?
she gonna do?
Where are your parents, little girl?
Oh.
I'll be like, listen, I'm not this guy. Everybody come with me. I'm like, get out of the way. So I would love to know if flight attendants. Listen, okay,
Funny.
First of all, Joy, my wife is watching. Don't I? Oh, you mean like to pull me out of the plane?
Oh, wow.
All of them. That's the other thing is, if I ever got kicked off a flight, I would be like, and I wouldn't even, okay, I'm coming with, hey, sir, come with us. Okay. Because I'm the last guy. I do not want to end up on YouTube or TikTok or I paid for the seat.
Or what do they call you? What do they call that when, is it blacklisted? When you're not allowed to fly?
Is flight risk? Is the blacklisted I've heard before, but flight risk, is it? It's something like that. And I know somebody's watching typing right now, and there's like a 30-second delay. So by the time they comment, we'll be talking about buying new shoes or something. Right? That is going to bother me. What is that?
I know. I can't remember what it is. Have you ever seen somebody get kicked off an airplane?
No. On social media, I have.
Yeah, well, yeah, but like in real life.
I'm trying to think if I have. I've seen somebody like they needed to talk to somebody, but then they came back like 5 minutes later, and the plane was all good. But then the rest of the flight, you're like, why did they?
I mean, I've seen somebody have like a panic attack on the plane, but nobody like kicked off or anything.
Oh, let me tell you, there was a guy, an older guy that got sick on one of my flights, and like, I was already like not super comfortable. The plane was super jumpy, and then he gets nervous, so he gets sick, and now I'm like twice as nervous because this guy threw up it was horrible.
Wasn't he sitting next to you?
Yeah. It was not the best time ever. That is for sure. Whatever your plans are this week, hopefully you have enjoyed What's Up Wednesday. Please, if you get a second, go check out the latest episode of It's All Relative. We're talking to Caroline Bryan, Luke Bryan's wife, and it's cool because she gives a cool inside look of not only the family, but some personal things that they've gone through over the past few years, some charity work that they're doing to make a difference, how his wife named a white horse Kilo.
Yeah.
I didn't think any drug reference with that. But the story she told about Luke Bryan's mom, it involved a Luke concert in a bathroom. And like, you could just tell this family would be one heck of a good time to hang out with on a Saturday night. So that podcast is up. Whether you have our iHeartRadio app or if you want to just get an easy direct link through Instagram, it's He's Wayne D. And the podcast is called It's All Relative. What are you looking forward to this week, Tay?
This week, I don't know, just hanging out. This weekend we don't have any plans, so just like doing nothing. Is that weird?
Yeah. I got hockey Saturday night. Griffin has T-ball Sunday, but other than that, we're just hanging out.
Yeah, same. Weston has karate today, so.
Leah, do we have plans this weekend? I probably shouldn't say that, knowing that you're watching.
Listen, she's like, we have this, we're doing this, we're doing this.
She probably does have plans, and I'm like, what'd you say? Call of Duty? Sweet. Justin Moore, Luke Bryan beer. Yeah, Tulane beer. That's available just next door to where we're sitting now. You should be here. You can get some, man.
And their seltzer. When does their seltzer come out? This summer?
This summer for sure. I'd imagine it's maybe in May. We're gonna reach out to Luke's people.
I cannot wait for that.
We'll get some Luke seltzer on this next thing.
Yeah.
A little dirt therapy on Saturday.
Ooh.
Matt, you were having a problem with your truck before. I remember you had posted or shared with us. That's about it. We got she must have hockey Saturday, T-ball Sunday, Call of Duty in between all those. Let's go. And of course, Mighty Ducks. If you're trying to binge something, the Disney Plus has a brand new show called Mighty Ducks Game Changers.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys started that yet? I've asked you.
Not yet. I know. Not yet, though. We want to.
You don't have to watch the movies. I mean, your kids will get it later if you watch the movies, but like that's like the one of the big things our family does all together is like Friday night or Saturday, depends on what our week looks like. We sit down and watch because it's such a good show. And Emilio Estevez absolutely kills it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a
Yeah,
flat
that's
tire.
on our list for sure. We want to watch it.
Y'all, her name is Tay Hamilton. Mine is Wayne D. Thank you for being a part of What's Up Wednesday. We have an artist that we're working on in the next probably week or two to hang out with us. And I promise you, by the middle of May, we're playing games. I have it ready to go.
And
I'm
if
just
anybody
nervous.
has any suggestions, like what games you want to play or even artists you'd like to see on here with us, drop them in the comments.
For
We'll
sure.
work on it.
Until then, y'all, next Wednesday, we will see you right here for What's Up Wednesday. Tay Hamilton, Wayne D. Have a great week.
Bye.
They always make the ending thing so awkward because you have to hit like 3 buttons. Bye.
Bye.